Welcome to episode 1 of the Dapper Pelican podcast. My name is Isaac, and I have here with me my boy, JT. Say what up.
Hey, what's up? The one and only.
So we're kind of just starting this podcast. We've been talking about it for a long time, and we're really excited about it. So pardon us if everything's not set up really good and perfect and stuff like that, but it's a work in progress, and we're just trying to grind. Just true grinders.
Yeah, not to mention this first episode is being recorded at 1:41 a.m.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
we were doing some gaming, and I was like, "Hey, you trying to record the episode 1?" And he's like, "Shoot."
Gotta get this done. You gotta get this bread.
Yeah, so like, it's not gonna be perfect at first. It'll probably just be posted to YouTube to start out with, and we'll figure out about Spotify and Apple Music and any other streaming platforms. But we'll just kind of rant about a lot of stuff. It's going to be a lot of talk about basketball, a lot of talk about football, maybe some gaming here and there, and then just kind of ranting about some IRL stuff, like playing basketball, so all of our friends, and we obviously want to have various guests on.
Oh, man. You better watch out, boys. I'm going to rant about you guys. I got some people in mind.
DJ Cully, baby, number one.
Number
one.
That boy already got a name drop. Look at him go.
But yeah, I think what we're gonna roll into first is this NBA season. We're gonna go over some of our picks for who we think should have won MVP, Rookie of the Year, our thoughts on the playoffs, our thoughts on who would have won it all this year, and then like some off-season stuff, and we're probably mention a lot of the coronavirus pandemic because that's been kind of crazy.
Heck yeah, baby.
So I think what we'll roll into first is our thoughts for MVP and why. So JT, I'll let you lead with who you think.
You let me start with MVP?
Yeah, I'll let you start.
I'm going to be honest with you. This is the least prepared question that I have for the NBA topic.
All right. Go for it.
All right.
It's better candid. It's better.
Go. Okay. All right, bet. Catch me. Someone's going to fact check me and just ruin my life, but here we go. All right, LeBron out here having a great season. I think we all know that. Giannis still doing monster things. That boy, we've been know. James Harden, still shooting 50 shots a game, trying to get numbers. Yeah, he's doing what he does.
53 throws a game.
Yep. If Kyrie wasn't broken half the time, he'd obviously be the MVP. I mean, we all know that.
For those of you who don't know the context behind this, JT is a very big Kyrie Irving stan. He worships this man.
Earth is flat. He called it.
We all know Kyrie posts some very questionable stuff on his social media, but to JT, that's like Bible scriptures that he just reads. And
he's a prophet, man. He knows what's up.
False prophet, but yeah.
Oh God.
All right, but yeah. So your pick for MVP this year?
My personal pick for MVP. It's tough. I mean, it would be nice to see LeBron win an MVP, another one, but realistically, I feel like it'd probably end up being Giannis again, something like that.
Giannis, yeah.
I could see that happening.
Yeah, dude's been dominating the East this year.
Been going crazy.
It'd be really hard for me to pick between LeBron and Giannis, but I have a personal favorite for LeBron. They had the best record in the West. I think they had the best record in the NBA. I'm not 100% sure, but I know that.
Yeah, I think the Bucks have that, but close enough, basically.
Yeah, I know that they were number 1 in the West, which is a lot harder of a conference than the East. LeBron's
Watch out, though.
Playing.
He's getting hot.
LeBron pretty much playing point guard all year, leading, and right now, as of right now, he's number 1 in the league in assist, and the dude's like 35, 36 years old, something like that, and he's just killing it.
He's a whole dad.
He's on a whole different mission.
Oh man.
I feel like
Well,
I feel like he should win MVP. But if Giannis won it, I would not be opposed to it because Giannis is just that man is nuts.
Yeah,
he
that boy
nuts.
freaky.
But yeah, so obviously, as you can guys tell, I'm kind of I like Braun a lot. I'm as they say, a Braun sexual.
Okay, self-identified.
Yeah. But we'll go into our picks for Rookie of the Year. I know that Ja Morant was leading all year, and but Zion came back and started to play, and Zion started to pull up and get close. Anyways, I personally think that Morant is the Rookie of the Year, and he's been nuts with Memphis. He's been absolutely crazy. He's like a pocket Russell Westbrook, pretty much.
Yeah, yeah. No, not to just keep reading the same thing, but no, I definitely think unless, I mean, of course we'll never know now, but I mean, unless Zion just went absolutely hammy, I mean, it belongs to Ja.
Well,
Really.
he
But
was
then
kind of
again,
going absolutely hammy.
he was going hard.
Zion is that boy. If that boy can stay in shape, he's gonna be insane throughout his
If he
NBA
can take
career.
care of his 600-pound, 7-foot self, it's gonna be good.
If he can lay off the gumbo there in New Orleans.
That Southern eating, man. That's that
Yeah.
comfort food.
So we had some surprise NBA teams this year too. I know that the Mavericks were doing really well. Luka was playing insane.
Hey, that boy's a bucket. Luka can hoop.
Man's a walking bucket.
Heck yeah, dude.
And we know Kawhi left the Raptors, but for somehow Siakam been insane this year too, and the Raptors
dude.
still are the 2 seed.
Hey, and that was, I mean, quote unquote, surprise team is the Raptors, and not in the sense that they'll do good. I think people are sleeping on them in the playoffs and what they might accomplish.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people definitely write them off because Kawhi's gone, but they've been hooping ever since he left. They're still dangerous.
And we know that they won. This is previously won the NBA championship, but they lost Kawhi Leonard, who pretty much drug them through. And I don't think there's as much as a surprise team because I feel like everybody thought they were going to make the playoffs. I just feel like nobody thought that they were going to be the 2 seed.
Yeah, no. And I mean, like, in the playoffs, I could see them making some noise. I don't know if I see them coming out of the East, but I could see them making some noise.
Yeah, I mean, they'd have, like, if it ended now, they would have to play the Nets, and the Nets don't have Kyrie or KD, so I feel like that's a pretty easy dub for them, and I feel like that's pretty good. And in the West, the Grizzlies were the 8th seed, being led by a rookie Ja Morant, who's been absolutely insane. Somehow the Thunder are the 5 seed. Chris Paul's been really good. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's been a stud.
Hey, that boy got 30 letters in his last name.
Yeah, but he's been really good. There've been a couple disappointing teams. The Trailblazers are the 9 seed, so they wouldn't even make the playoffs. And they have McCollum, they have Dame, they have Carmelo Anthony. I'm pretty sure they got Hassan Whiteside too. Like they've been.
They've definitely been a disappointment. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, and Nurkic and Ariza, and that's just been surprising that they are not currently a playoff team. And out of the East, there wasn't really any surprises because I mean, you got the Bucks, Raptors, Celtics, and then the 76ers. And then we'll have the Nets as a dominant team next year when KD and Kyrie are both healthy. But other than that, everybody else in that conference is kind of weak. But, I mean, you look at it in the West, I mean, the Spurs are the 12 seed, which is crazy because they've never been bad since when Popovich has been there.
Yeah, this will be their first time missing the playoffs in how many years?
I want to say since like the mid-90s.
It's I think it was like 17 seasons. I could be wrong about that.
It's been a long time.
It's been long. It's been long. That's it.
It's been a long time. The T-Wolves have been extremely disappointing.
Well, they the Timberwolves. We ain't much from it.
I know they traded late for D'Lo, so I feel like D'Lo and Towns are going to be a good duo. But I mean, you'd expect them to be better than 19-45 with Cat on that team. But
I think sounds man. Yeah.
But and then you got the worst team in the NBA, which I personally love, the Golden State Warriors.
Oh,
So let me just get this out of the way for all you guys real quick. This is a we can't stand Golden State household for this podcast.
Scotty, stop watching ball.
Yeah, you might wanna pause it for about 2 minutes, Scotty.
We'll give you a timestamp.
Yeah. But the Warriors, I get that they're without Clay, but in the finals they still have Steph, and I feel like their squad is pretty much just as good as the Raptors. Steph gets exposed. This season, the Warriors are getting exposed. Steph goes down with a quote-unquote thumb injury and misses the entire season so far because of a thumb injury. Like, this man missed four months. This man missed 4 months with a thumb injury. I feel like he doesn't want to play without Clay and without the team at full strength because I feel like, in a sense, he does not want to get exposed. Because, I mean, you can just look it up. Before, Steph was not an all-star in the NBA until Clay and Draymond were also all-stars. Steph won a finals with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love hurt. They go the next year and they blow it full strength, most wins ever in an NBA season. Then they blow a 3-1 lead to a healthy Cavs team. Then you got Draymond crying in the Hamptons, recruiting KD, and then you just got KD winning Finals MVP every year. Steph is still without a Finals MVP.
Yeah. And so, for the uninformed of the NBA, this Warriors team basically had an all-star team for like 3 years. Their starting fives were all-stars. It is the most crazy, overpowered team the NBA has probably ever seen.
Yeah. I don't think the NBA has ever seen a team with as much firepower as the Warriors have had.
I mean, some people sleep on it. Their second unit was like the best in the league, too.
They had
all-stars, then they had that second unit that could also win you the game.
I had a bunch of bench players who were just dead-eye 3 shooters that could basically a majority of their bench could go to other teams and start, which
they were crazy, man.
You can't hate them because of that, because I mean, who wouldn't want 5 all-stars on their team and the best bench in basketball? But then again, it's easy to dislike them, especially when players are super cocky about it, and all you ever hear about is Golden State and stuff like that. So it gets easy too.
And I mean, this season has honestly made me dislike them more because I've lost a lot of respect for Steve Kerr and for Steph. Because I mean, honestly, while they had their just monstars team, I mean, I saw the movement. I was like, okay, but even without them, I feel like the Warriors would still be successful because they got some crazy ball movement. This they ain't got nothing going on. I mean, I put a lot on Steve Kerr, but I mean, it hasn't been working out.
Yeah, I feel like everybody has given a lot of praise for Steve Kerr, but Steve Kerr inherited that team. Like, he inherited an all-stars. He inherited 3 all-stars and an amazing bench. Like, it wasn't him putting the team together or developing a team or anything. He just inherited these players. So I feel like we don't know if Steve Kerr is actually an amazing coach or not yet. I mean, this season does not put a lot of hope in your eyes because, I mean, they still have Draymond Green. They still have some solid role play. They still had D'Lo for most of the year. Now they have Andrew Wiggins, and they just couldn't turn it around. They had no ball movement. I mean, I get that they weren't going out there with the best players, but you expect a Warriors team that has been in the finals for every year for the last 4 years to at least compete at some level.
To at least not be the worst team in the NBA.
Yeah.
There's no sugarcoating it. They are at the bottom.
Yeah, pretty much. You just expect more. So I feel like we don't have a good read on Steve Kerr yet as an actual head coach or not. But, I mean, I've never really liked Steph, but I feel like that. I feel like Kawhi and Steph this year with their injuries have lost a lot of respect from people because I mean Kawhi.
You mean his load management?
Yeah, Kawhi load
Yeah,
manages every other game, and
that is.
Steph
I
took
mean,
4 months off because of a quote unquote thumb injury. But I mean, let's be real, he just didn't want to play with a sorry team and miss the playoffs, and then him look bad and hurt his legacy or whatever.
like Kawhi. I mean, I respect that man a lot. That boy's a cold-blooded killer. He shows up to a team, wins the finals with them, bounces. I mean, granted, he probably has a better chance winning it with this team he's on now,
Oh
but still,
yeah, that Clippers
that's
team.
some G stuff right there.
That Clippers
But I
team
mean,
defensively is insane.
this load management is crazy. I mean, like, hey, look, if you're gonna be getting paid millions to play ball, you owe it to the fans and to your team to get out there and play ball. I mean, you don't need to take that many games off. It's ridiculous, to be honest.
Like if unless you have an actual terrible like injury like where you have to sit games, like if you're healthy for a majority of the season, you should play at least 70 games, 65 70 games out of an 82 game season.
No.
Like
He's not injured, ladies and gentlemen. The man's just deciding not to play half his games.
I know people try to blame the degenerative quad, but I mean even with the Raptors like the reason that he said that it went so well with the Raptors is because whenever he didn't want to play, they didn't make him play until it came to the playoffs. Pretty much. Because you already knew the team was going to make the playoffs because it's the East, and the Raptors have a good enough team without Kawhi to make the playoffs. I mean, you can see it this season. They're the 2 seed, and they didn't really lose anybody besides Kawhi and Danny Green. And they didn't really gain anybody either because, I mean, you got Marc Gasol, Pascal Siakam, and Fred VanVleet killing it still.
Oh man, Pascal and Fred, man, they showed up in the finals. Shout out.
Yeah, VanVleet was really dope. He had that
Rocking
little
that
face
curve, man.
thing going on. Had the
Oh,
had to get bandaged up and hitting
it's crazy. Man.
daggers
Fake
on
Drake.
Curry. Fake
Fake
Drake,
Drake, bro.
fake Drake, baby.
Don't sleep on that man.
But
No, but I mean, I see the benefits of load management. I mean, you don't have to play as much, but still, like at the end of the day, you are getting paid a boatload of money to play ball. So I feel like you should do your job.
yeah, I mean, I know people try to argue with it and stick up for the athletes, but I mean, when you don't go to work, you don't get paid.
Simple, man.
So
Real
like you
talk.
still have to put in the hours, you still have to do whatever for regular people. You go to work, you get paid to get paid. If you don't go to work, you don't get paid. But this coronavirus for like the first time ever has the sports world basically dead. No football.
Halted.
A bunch of NFL stuff has been kind of delayed. The XFL shut down. The NBA, NCAA, everything's been canceled. I know
They even shut down water polo, bro.
Bro, they shut down the PGA tournament, and you literally only have to have like 10 people there to do a tournament,
mama.
a PGA, the Masters.
That's how you know it's bad.
But I mean, this is pretty rough. I know lots of people are sick, and people with compromised immune systems and elderly people are getting the worst of it. But I feel like stuff will get better and start to return to normal soon. I know people are talking about trying to figure out to finish an NBA season. I feel like, in my personal opinion, I feel like they should do 10 more games to the season just to kind of even it out and then go straight into the playoffs once this starts to calm down. So if they go into the playoffs in like July or something like that, do that. Just do the playoffs in July if everything's kind of settled by then. You could do that, and then also the NFL draft will be here in like a week, or it might be 2 weeks, something like that, sometime at the end of this month.
Yeah. It seems like a fair enough transition. I know you want to talk some NFL.
Yeah. I'm a nut for football more than basketball. I know my team is the Tennessee Titans. We had a pretty solid run this year. You know, we basically hopped on Derrick Henry's backpack and his little turd rat tail he's got going on, and
Hey, that hair is dirty.
and rode it all the way to the conference championship. We beat we basically everybody's calling us the dynasty enders because we beat the Patriots in the first round. Tom Brady is now a Buccaneer, as everybody knows, and Tom Brady's last throw as a Patriot was a touchdown, but to the Titans.
Oh,
Pick
mama.
six. It was a pick six by Logan Ryan. I know the NFL draft will be here soon. There's rumors that we're going to get Jadeveon Clowney, which is an edge rusher. Clowney that would be amazing to pair with Harold Landry. In the draft, I'm kind of hoping we get a backup to groom behind Tannehill or an edge rusher or a corner. That would be very nice. This this NFL season was nuts. The Chiefs played the 49ers. They were trailing all game, and then Mahomes turned into Mahomes. And in like 5 minutes, scored 2 touchdowns, won the game. So the Chiefs got their Super Bowl win. Mahomes was Super Bowl MVP. He's just
Homie.
insane. Yeah, the Mahomes boy.
Oh, baby.
JT don't really watch NFL football like that. He's a FSU fan though.
Unfortunately, yeah, you don't have to worry about that.
Unfortunately, an FSU fan. He doesn't watch FSU now. He just goes back and watches like 2014 FSU.
Yeah, I just watch every game from 2013 and then pretend I don't know anything else. I'm a denier.
He's stuck in 2013 every year. He's like, oh, week 1, time to watch 2013. Week 1.
We won.
We won.
That's all I need to know. End of the story. Happy endings.
Jameis Winston may have thrown 5 interceptions, but we won.
It don't matter, dog. He might have stole those crab legs. Don't matter.
It don't matter. We still won.
How Jalen Ramsey doing? He's still talking trash?
Bro, he's probably the best trash talking corner in the NFL.
That's my boy.
A lot of people are having a lot of problems with Jacksonville Jaguars and requesting trades or getting traded. So Ramsey wanted out. So the Jags traded him to the Los Angeles Rams, and I mean he's a top 3 corner in the league. So I mean he's always going to be good, but he's just not a good fit for that Rams defense in my opinion. I feel like corners really struggle for the Rams. They had Marcus Peters there, who was ranked terribly. He was terrible with the Rams. He was amazing with the Chiefs. Got traded to the Rams. Was awful with the Rams. Got traded to Baltimore this year, and then he was amazing with Baltimore. Like the Ravens had the best defensive backfield in the NFL. It's crazy. Or the Ravens did. Excuse me. Ravens had the best defensive backfield. But yeah, and we're about to get to the draft. We got some exciting prospects. Joe Burrow just had probably one of the greatest, if not the greatest, season a quarterback's ever had at LSU. You got Tua Tagovailoa or Tagovailoa. Tua Ravioli. Tua Ravioli. He's probably the best quarterback in the draft, but there's a lot of injury concerns about him because of his hip and injury history before that. Jordan Love has a super high ceiling, but he's uncertain. I'm hoping that Titans could probably trade up and draft him and maybe develop him and groom him, but Titans aren't really great at developing quarterbacks. But
yeah, and then, of course, the undisputed number 1 pick, James Blackman, coming out of FSU, career season. Something like that. I don't know.
Insert Snoop Dogg gif. Who?
No.
But yeah, we're just hoping that this coronavirus stuff ends and that sports can continue and everyday life can continue again and people's work will get back to normal. I know it's kind of gotten the world shaken up, and it's crazy that all this happened because somebody ate a bad bat.
Bad bat.
It's crazy. It's crazy for sure.
Crazy.
JT does a little bit of hooping. I do a little bit of hooping. JT, what you working on now these days, boy?
What I'm working on, man, I'm always working on my shot. I can never be too good at shooting, right?
Right.
In this quarantine, I've actually kind of been on a little bit of a handle program. Been going hard in the garage.
I got you.
That's in the making.
Yeah.
My defense is always mediocre, so always down to get better at that.
A modern day Kyrie.
Yeah, bro. All I'm missing is the metal plate in my knee, which I'm working on that. Well, I'll get back to you.
But like, are you like Cleveland Kyrie or are you Afro Kyrie?
Dude, y'all hate on Afro Kyrie, bro. I believe in him.
I
Look, he
ain't
need to bring that
hating.
fro back.
I ain't hating.
Look, man.
I ain't hating at all.
I vary. So like, when I'm playing up against, let's just name him DJ Cully, baby. We don't want to give a complete name drop.
Even
Don't
though
want
we've
anybody
already,
finding him.
even though we already said Scotty, but it's cool.
Whatever. He'll be fine. That boy in that 6'5" lanky self.
And now you're gonna
Yeah,
describe him for the world to know. That's
heck
lit.
yeah. Lives in an apartment. When we're going up against DJ Cully, baby, I activate my Game 7 in Steph Curry's mouth dagger. Kyrie. All the other times, though, I'm a solid, like, Boston injured Kyrie that's just not playing.
You
Take it
know, you know.
Man.
That man, DJ Cully, baby. He hits some crazy shots because like it's
Oh,
so funny
God.
because like he'll be
You
like
don't.
playing for real. He'll be like playing for real, and just like miss everything, and then he just like doesn't care. And he'll just throw shots up one handed and just make every single shot.
Hey, the second he stops caring is when you got to play better defense.
Yeah,
'Cause
the
that
second he
boy,
stops playing.
oh, my God.
The second he stops caring is when you actually got to start playing.
I actually cannot tell you the amount of times that we were on game point and that man just decided to do a fadeaway from half, and that mess, he just straighten it.
Yeah,
Bottoms, bro.
he just be chucking shots up one handed and making every shot. It's the weirdest thing, but kudos to him for being such a stud.
Shout out, bro.
Shout out DJ Cully, baby. No free shout outs. Shout out Busting Other Boys. No free shout outs.
No free. But yeah, Tom Brady's kissing his son as always.
Yikes. He's over in
it's just-
he's over in Tampa Bay now. That was an interesting choice. Everybody thought for sure he was going to come to Tennessee. I don't know
He's a
how.
Florida boy now.
I don't know how I would have felt about Brady
Him coming
and
to
with the
Tennessee?
Titans. I don't know how I'd have felt about that. Would have been a little scary. Yeah, it would have broke my heart. I don't know. I don't know how I would have felt about it because I'm a little. I think Brady is a little overrated. I mean, we'll see. He's in a good offense with Bruce Arians as the head coach in Tampa, but I feel like Belichick is really the mastermind there. But yeah, so this world is going to crap, and Tom Brady is a Buccaneer. There's a recap for you.
And those two are heavily related.
Yeah.
Just a theory.
Yeah.
Hey, Kyrie told me about it. Something about
okay.
Brady activating I don't know.
That makes sense
Details are a
now.
little hazy.
That makes sense. Kyrie told you that the world is going to crap because Tom Brady is a Buccaneer, and so it threw off the planet's alignment with the sun. And
heck yeah, dude. God, the beast.
The beast. Yeah. So JT, I have a question for you.
This can't be good. What's up?
All right. So, are you taking prime Pippen, prime Scottie Pippen, or are you taking prime Charles Barkley?
Okay. See, I didn't really watch NBA back then.
You weren't alive back then. Neither was I.
Yeah. What can I say?
But we kind of know. Well, we know highlights and we know kind of statistics and stuff and the general consensus of where they rank. So you can kind of make
I hear from every NBA fan that's 50 years or older that Michael Jordan is Black Jesus. So know that much.
the mold heads. I personally probably take Barkley. Myself,
really?
yeah, Barkley. You going Pippen? See,
CB.
like Barkley. I feel like Barkley was just as good as Pippen on defense, and I feel like Barkley was a better on offense. Barkley was nuts. He's probably one of, or if not the greatest basketball player of all time to never win a ring.
That little chubster, man.
He got thick. he like
He
sh-
got
he
thick,
was like
boy.
he was like a pocket Shaq. He got thick,
Pocket Shaq, baby. God.
which is funny
Shaq
because
and Charles Barkley.
Barkley's still like 6'9", 6'10", but Shaq is just a unit.
Dude, Shaq's son's everybody he stands by.
Yeah, Shaq is crazy. I mean, crazy. I love Shaq so much. He's probably my favorite so far. My favorite NBA player after basketball.
Yeah, dude. He's hilarious. I love him.
That man's a nut.
Shaq Fu.
Shaq Fu, baby.
Dude, him and Kendrick Lamar did a soap commercial. That mess was
Oh, I
crazy.
saw that commercial. It was so
Yeah,
good.
you saw it?
It was so good.
He said, Lushy Lamar. God.
Luscious Lamar. So what do you think about what do I think about Braun doing Space Jam 2?
Oh! Space Jam 2? It's gonna be odd. I don't really. I wonder what they're gonna do, to be honest. Are they just straight up recreating it, or like, what's up?
Well, I heard it's a whole like separate like deal. Like it's a whole separate movie.
Interesting. No, Isaiah Thomas playing Birdie, of course. It'll be interesting though.
Yeah, for sure.
When is that supposed to drop?
Let me see here. Space Jam 2. It's supposed to come out July 16th of 2021. So we got a little over a year.
Snap. Dude, you know what I'm pissed that got canceled? Quiet Place 2. That mess got delayed.
Did it?
Yeah,
I
dude,
hadn't
that
seen the
was-
first one yet. I've been wanting to see it.
Oh, you had? Hey, that's a good movie.
Is it? Yeah. I've been
It
wanting to
is.
see it. I'm
Hey,
a big John
a movie
Krasinski
that
stan.
dropped this year that is fire. Knives Out. That movie slapped.
What is it?
Knives Out.
Knives Out?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a murder mystery, but that's not all it is, man. It's a good movie.
Yo, you want to know what a fire movie that dropped this year was, bro?
Uh-oh.
Frozen
Tell me.
2, baby.
Hey,
That movie-
Lost in the Woods.
That movie slaps. That movie slaps.
Hey, first soundtrack better, but you know I can recognize and appreciate
I
two's
like-
greatness.
I like everything about the second one way more than the first one. For me.
Dang, for real?
Yeah, but I've been watching that movie way too much because my daughter, that's her favorite movie. So like,
Oh yeah.
so she just turned 1, and so we'll be sitting in the living room, and she'll be going crazy. But as soon as I turn that movie on, she just stops everything she does and just sits and watches the entirety of the movie without looking away. Like she loves
Disney
that.
movies, man.
She loves that
magical.
movie.
They click with every kid.
Yeah, for real.
Dude,
But
Aristocats used to captivate me and my sister. Couldn't get us to stop watching that.
yeah, the Aristocats is fire. What's your favorite Disney? What's your favorite Disney bop?
Disney Bop. I mean, like when I'm thinking back to like classics for me personally, it probably would be Aristocats. Like that was
for
our
real?
movie. It got us to try saltines and milk. It
Oh,
wasn't
God.
all it cracked it up to be. But still, we tried it.
I mean, mine was probably the fan favorite, Lion King.
Oh yeah, Lion
That
King.
one always slapped for me. One's really good. You know that Disney Plus came out not long ago, and so we've
Oh,
been
that Disney
watching
Plus, man.
watching a ton of
Yeah,
that.
that's
I can't get over to the Pixar side because every time I watch a Pixar movie, I cry. But
Oh man,
I tried watching
Yo.
Up the other day. First 5 minutes, I was crying.
dude. Up starts out with a bang. They get
They don't
they get
care.
a gut punch. In
They say
right away.
they say forget your feelings.
Dude, heck that, man. Okay, but you know my favorite Disney movie is the starting scene to A Bug's Life, the old man playing chess. It counts, trust me.
It counts.
Dude,
JT just wants to see a full 2-hour movie of just that old dude playing chess.
Dude, hey, listen, I know we got a lot of big listeners out there. Yeah, Pixar, Disney, you listening? Like,
Oh yeah. But possibly sponsor us, you know.
yeah, we are aiming to get sponsored by Walmart. We'll see how that goes.
Nah, bro, I'm trying to
don't-
get sponsored by Goodwill right now, bro.
Dude, yo, hey, if you're listening and you don't go shopping at Goodwill,
You ain't
you're
real.
slacking, man.
You ain't
You're
real.
slacking for real. I'm just letting you know, like, Goodwill has it. It's it. I'm not gonna pretend that it's completely, you know, I'm the one who started shopping there. Scott, shout out Scotty. That boy introduced me to the Goodwill magic, and yeah, it's real. It's real.
Bro, I found some great things at Goodwill. When I was like 14, I found a yellow Game Boy Color, and it had the Pokemon Special Pikachu Edition with it, and
And boy,
like four other games. And I found it all at Goodwill, and all that everything ran perfect. It was $15, bro. Like,
sheesh.
yeah, that was probably my best find.
I mean, hey,
Find.
I'd say like 20% of my shirts that are in like the starting lineup are from Goodwill.
Oh what? Oh yeah. Oh, in the starting
Yeah, dude.
lineup.
And then
I
yeah, the
haven't.
starting lineup,
It's been a hot minute since I shopped at Goodwill though.
it's good, man. It's good.
I need to go up there soon
Oh.
once everything stops being so crazy.
That's the first stop, Goodwill.
Yeah,
Keep
first up,
rating, boys.
we going to Goodwill and then we going to Chick-fil-A, baby.
Oh, Goodwill. What do you think is gonna be the first thing you do when this whole thing over?
I'll probably have like a little get together.
Oh yeah.
I'm hoping that everything passes by the end of summer, because I know I've been trying to get you to come up and visit.
Oh yeah.
Get DJ Cully baby up here. I know I got some friends that I want y'all to meet, and we can all go hoop and stuff like that and play some
Alright.
ball. That'd
A
be
little
fun.
bit of backstory. This man's in Tennessee. I'm in Florida. You know.
Yeah, well,
Give-
you're the
give
only
you- give
10
you an
I
idea.
see.
Oh my.
Yo, JT, hit me with a fun fact. Animal. Hit me with an animal fun fact real quick.
Yeah, no. So pelicans, they can live like 10 to 25 years in the wild, but check this out. In captivity, them boys can live up to 54 years.
Crazy.
That's crazy, man.
Crazy. Yo, I got
That's
a
like an unlucky normal human.
I got an animal fun fact for you. Turtles can breathe through their butts.
I know you got that from Frozen. Hey, but I got to come back, man. Elephants, they pregnant for 22 and a half months.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
All right, you can stop now because I'm out.
Yeah, I don't
I'll-
know anymore.
I'll reload next episode.
We got- yeah, we
Now
gotta-
I'm out, so stop it.
Gotta touch up on our fun facts. But yeah, we're gonna try to have some people on the pod. I know I want to get DJ Cully baby on here. Maybe the boy Scotty.
Smiling Kanye, baby.
I know that my boy Zach would probably be willing to do a pod with us.
Oh yeah, I saw I met him, man.
Yeah, I want you to meet him really bad. He's really dope. He's hosting this like Corona Olympics. Everybody go follow the Corona Olympics on Instagram. You know, it's gonna be a little live stream thing you got going on. You know, practicing social distancing, but holding his own little Olympics. 6 feet apart, baby.
You know.
He's doing like a cup pong tournament on the iPhone, so he's got this huge bracket set out for people that are in it, and he's gonna live stream the event. It's like in like a week, I think. But yeah,
Got to get trending.
shout out Zach.
Yeah, man.
But
Yeah, no, I mean, I know for me, as soon as this thing over, I'm just going to like be with the guys for hopefully like a week. Hopefully, I won't step foot in my house for like a solid week. I'll just be out. I don't know where I'm gonna stay, but I'll just be out.
just be out. Yeah, I'm sleeping under a bridge for a week, bro, just to be out of the house.
I need to hit them up. Maybe we should like try going homeless for a day. Like, heck, dude, just go all out.
Bro, if I live down there still, I
You
would
go homeless for a day.
no, bro. Listen. I'll do what I used to do when I was a teenager. I'll go out to the pier and just stay overnight on the pier. So like whenever I was in school, my dad would take me to the pier at like 5 a.m. and I'd fish for like 3 hours. Then I'd take the bus to school. Then I'd take the bus back. I just leave all my stuff on the pier because I knew everybody on the pier. Nobody ever stole my stuff. And I would go back out to the pier and after school, and I'd fish until the evening. My dad would come pick me up, and then I'd do that every day until Friday. So Friday, after I got off of school and went to the pier, I would stay overnight and shark fish. Like they have benches out there and stuff, so I just pack like a little like blanket pretty much, and just if I wanted to go to sleep, I'll go to sleep on a bench. And I just would literally spend like the weekend out on the pier, dude. I'd be smelling so funky by the end of it. I'd just
Bro.
be covered in fish, bro.
Dude, you're like the only person I know that might actually earn the Salt Life sticker.
That's actually earned it. Every other person that has
dude.
a Salt Life sticker is literally 80
Yeah.
years old and a
Hey,
grandma
look.
and owns a van.
Look, I mean, I don't want to assume nothing or hurt your feelings, but if you're listening and you're from Georgia and you have a Salt Life sticker,
Bro, if
We
you're
need to
listening
talk.
for
We need to
if
talk.
you're
That's
listening
all I
from
gotta say.
everywhere, if you don't live within 5 miles of a beach, you don't deserve a Salt Life sticker.
You don't deserve it.
Let's just be
You don't
real.
deserve it. And I want all you guys to know it has become a complete joke, and nobody local has a Salt Life sticker. All right, you don't fit in.
Yeah, I feel like
I've
the
been wanting to
locals
get that
don't.
out for a long time.
The
man.
locals don't actually have Salt Life stickers.
Not at all. And if they do,
It's all
it's a
visitors.
Jeep. And
Yo,
we're
yo,
embarrassed.
we're literally exposing my grandmother right now.
Oh, I am so sorry, Grandma.
Sorry,
My
Grandma
bad.
Janie. We love you.
My
We
bad.
still
I didn't
love
mean
you.
that.
Shout out, Grandma.
Hey, I'll give you the honorary pass. You can keep it.
Yeah, you
Everyone
can
else,
get the
though,
honor because you got all the family that lives there, so you can
yeah, there
keep,
you go, there you go.
you can keep it for
By
now.
association.
For now.
Just for now, though.
Yeah,
Don't
just
get
for
crazy.
now. If you get another one, then we might have to have a different talk.
Yeah, we'll get back to that.
So,
No.
I just previously got a new car. JT has one too. I want you to share to the world what your beautiful car name is.
Oh, well, yeah, first backstory, it's about a 19, give or take, 18 Volvo. Thing's a little ancient. It's nice and red. I have affectionately named it the Thought Rocket. Uh, there's more things broken on it than there are working, but we'll get to it, you know? We'll get to it.
It'll be fixed eventually. So,
Eventually.
right now I have a 2004 Stang.
Ooh.
It's a little white
Ooh.
Stang. You know, it's missing its front bumper though, so I'm gonna have to get that replaced. But my brother named it Roxanne, but I think I'm gonna call it the swag.
Roxanne.
I think I'm gonna name it the Swag Wagon.
The swag wagon.
Yeah.
The word swag has gone through so many stages, and like I honestly love it now because it's like it's kind of ironic, and I just love using it now. Like the
Yeah.
joke, people have stopped using it, and if you say it, people just look at you like you're crazy, and I'm really a
Yeah,
fan.
if like swag was big in like 2013, 2012, something like that.
Heck yeah,
Like
dude.
if you say swag now, like to somebody else's face, like you're a
Look them
weirdo.
in
You're
the
you're a
eyes
literal
and
weird.
tell
If you tell somebody that you have swag, you're a literal weirdo.
It's just
Like
a
you're
creep.
weird. You are creepy. Like that's just a fact. Yeah, I'll take this to the
Dude,
grave,
so, bro, the word y'all.
y'all.
Yeah, I used to use it as a joke, as like, Southern, y'all, funny, funny. And then I stopped using it as a joke for a bit. And then I just realized how practical it is. And I will say it without flinching now, dude.
Y'all.
It
Yeah,
has become a
it's
big
very-
part of my vocabulary.
It's very easy to
It's an
use.
efficient word.
Yeah, it's very efficient. It's a great word.
Great word.
Y'all.
7 out of 10. 7 out of
Y'all.
10. Yo. So what else we got on the agenda, huh?
I feel like for the last like 20 minutes we just kind of been winging it at this point. We ain't really
Well, I don't think it was ever planned. Oh, it's 2:23. Ooh, all right.
Yeah, we've been killing it. We're 43 minutes in right now.
Oh, well, look at that.
Yeah, I feel like this went pretty smooth.
Decent
We're
enough.
looking forward to making lots and lots and lots of episodes, you know, having a lot of friends on it, having a lot more topics to talk about. I feel like me and JT could probably get on these recordings and pods and stuff like that, and I feel like we could probably just babble for hours.
I mean, yeah, it is gonna have a bit to do with sports, but you know, we're gonna try and make it entertaining for everybody.
Yeah,
so
we gonna-
don't feel excluded.
We're trying to broaden this out. We're trying to expand.
Hey, you know what? This is history, man. We're gonna look back on this episode in a couple weeks when we've obtained world domination, which is our goal,
A couple weeks.
and we're gonna. Yeah, dude. Hey, I got big plans, man.
This
I got
this
big
was
plans.
this was step 1 in the 2-week process of taking over the world.
Step 1 of obtaining the world: make a podcast. All
Make a
right?
pod.
Stepping stones. Stepping stones.
Yo, Trump's gonna hear our podcast. And he's gonna be like, you know what? You know what? I declare this podcast president of the United States.
Heck yeah, dude. And from there, it's just a waiting game. The rest will fall.
The rest will fall. I'm taking over one by one. Yeah, we gotta take over the podcast industry, baby.
Oh, you know. We got
know.
next.
We
Cool.
got next. So this episode will be posted to YouTube first. Me and JT, of course, will spread it all around our social medias, and try to build up a little following. It's going to go to YouTube first. We're going to try to expand out to Spotify for sure. We'll figure out about other stuff like Apple Music or any other stuff that podcasts are posted to. Try to figure out about that. And just try to basically just build. I mean, we're not necessarily wanting to do this for a living. It's always going to be for fun. But I mean, if any type of monetary funds we make out of it will probably end up just going straight to the podcast. Because I'm sure I don't think we probably won't. I'm hoping I don't think we'll blow up enough to make a living off of it. Cause for real. We'll probably it's probably just gonna be our friends listening to this, to be completely real. Friends and family that we're gonna force to listen to it, cause
Heck yeah, dude. Talk them down. Have to. Hey, big sis, I listen to your podcast. Your turn.
Oh, you calling out Zeta? You calling out Zeta now?
Zaza Pachulia? Yeah, you know.
Zaza Pachulia?
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean,
hey, I'd say it went decent enough first episode, figuring everything out.
Yeah, it went smooth. We'll get it better. Eventually, maybe we'll have like our own little like face cams, and we'll do this stuff live, baby.
You can see my monstrosity of a face, baby.
Me too. Yo, JT's sexy. JT is sexy. Don't let him lie to you.
Uh-oh. Now, see, now you're building up hype for me, man. I gotta perform.
You gotta perform. He's like, I gotta go do ab workouts right now.
70 sit-ups right now. Let's go.
But yeah, we want to thank everybody. Say thank you to everybody who listened in.
Sure. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, today's April 12th, so we're gonna try to get this posted by the 12th, 13th, something like that. Figure it out, and it's kind of gonna be a learning process for us, but we'll learn with those of you who listen. So it'll be fun. It'll be great.
Give feedback, nothing too harsh though, because I do cry easily.
Yeah, me too. I will literally break down into tears.
Yeah, like this. Yeah, you. Seriously.
I'm tearing up right now.
Dude. We can do this. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, we're gonna figure out an intro and an outro too, get some music and stuff going. But yeah, thanks to everybody who listened. I feel like we'll wrap it up. We're at 47 minutes. We're going to try to keep each pod in between 30 minutes to an hour usually. So.
Like that. Appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah, everybody. Deuces. Dapper Pelican out.